Babaji, today's topic we will continue from the Viveka Chudamani,
Yes,
chapter 4, Eligibility of the Disciple, verse
yes,
14. Success in reaching the ultimate goal mainly depends on the qualities of the seeker. Other things, such as auspicious time or place or other conditions, are only secondary aids to that attainment. Babaji's comment: eligibility is very important. The first qualification is how much one really sincerely wants it. How much one pays attention to the Guru's teaching is vital. Then, how sincerely one is ready to adopt the sadhana methods taught by the Guru is important. How much dedication, discipline, and patience one can have is eligibility. How much priority one can set is important. Many keep complaining, "Oh, I did not have time." Swamiji used to say, "You have 24 hours, and if you can't take out even 1 hour, what can you achieve in life? You are fit to be condemned to this illusory world's miseries." Swamiji wanted everybody to do meditation. Nobody listened to that. Sincerely listening to the Guru is the eligibility.
ah,
Babaji, our question, the first question: we are sincere
yes,
to you, Babaji, and to Swamiji as our gurus in our life. We try to emulate all of Swamiji and Babaji's teachings in our daily life. However, at times we fail to practice meditation diligently. Babaji, does this mean that we are not sincere to our Guru? Or is it that we are just not setting a high priority for meditation in our life? How does one develop sincerity in one's thoughts and actions, Babaji?
this is a very important question to understand. Many of us, we might simply think, I am sincere, I love Babaji and Swamiji, I have considered them as my guru. But how much sincere, how much earning will be there? Like in one of the Bhakta Vijaya stories, Lord Krishna wanting to show Narada, Narada thought that he is the greatest, highest devotee of the Lord Vishnu. But then Lord Vishnu said, "Ki, come, I will show you." An ordinary farmer who was plowing his land, but all the time his mind was on the Lord's name. So in the meanwhile, Shri Bhagavan says, Ki, Narada, can you fetch me a glass of water from a nearby well, pond? So he goes and comes, and take care that not a small drop also should fall down. That is very important. You should bring completely filled with water. So he comes slowly, slowly, so that no drop should fall down, no drop should fall down, and then gives it to the divine. The divine says, Narada, you went to get the water. How much time did you take? How many times did you remember my name? Okay, where is the time to remember your name? I was so much concerned that a single drop should not fall down. That was the condition you said. Yes, but you had taken a vow. You were claiming that you are a devotee, sincere devotee of the Lord, and you all the time you takes the Lord's name. I said, no drop should be dropped. But your duty should have been that at all times you should be remembering set priority, even if a drop fallen, if I scold or cursed, no problem. I cannot forget my Lord's name. But whereas you forgot. So look at the farmer, he's plowing the land. All the time, he doesn't have to be told, he is just remembering my name only. So, like that, sincerity we are talking. Many of us might simply think we are all sincere devotees of Swamiji and Babaji, but how much sincere, how much you can remember, how much you can behave in such a way, how much have you have overcome anger, greed, jealousy, all these things. A slightest opportunity you might like to accuse someone. Generally, for education purpose, I'm not directing this to any individual or groups, please, that you must understand. So one would think they are sincere. If the sincerity was there, you would have long reached self-realization. You would have set a priority to meditate as instructed. You just watch in between eyebrows. So that is what is the sincerity talking, the highest dedicated sincerity. Only then the grace of the divine automatically works, and then you are able to go into tapas, you meditate, and then you are able to achieve self-realization. Simply thinking that I am sincere is not the sincerity. That criteria you must know. Everybody must know what the criteria is. How much you are able to think of your Lord, your Guru in a day. How much you follow sincerely your Guru's sayings, what you are supposed to do. Are you sincerely meditating at least 1 hour? In that 1 hour, how much sincerely you are able to keep quiet, not bother about anything else. All these matters. You have to practice all this. It may not come in one day, but you have to practice. That sincerity. That's what the eligibility they are talking here. So that's why hundreds may come, millions came to Swamiji also. Some or many also may be eligible. They might be sincerely practicing meditation, definitely. They might be achieving also, but there may be many who wouldn't have achieved also, who wouldn't have been sincere, but claim that they were sincere. So that's how things happen. Whoever is sincere, they get it.
Thank you, Babaji. Um, the thing about sincerity, Babaji, the only person who can determine that is we ourselves, because we are the ones who know
Yeah,
where our thoughts are.
I have always told you are the best judge for your own mind. Where the thoughts are, what type of thoughts are coming, for what type of thoughts that your mind is habitual, how much it is able to think about your divine, or how much it is able to remain quiet, not taking any imprints, let go of things in the mind, particularly. Outside is different. I'm not talking of the outside body's behavior, inside the mind's ability.
Thank you, Babaji. I will go to the next question. Still on verse 14. People want to understand only in the way that suits them and not according to what the Guru wants to teach. They cannot be eligible for peace and liberation. When people are successful in achieving worldly things, they forget the Guru, and when they are in miserable conditions, then they blame the Guru that the Guru has put them onto the condition of misery. Though place, atmosphere, and suitable time are helpful, one has to convert the atmosphere into a conducive one, and with a determined willpower, go for that and not wait for suitable time, place, and circumstances. We create our own circumstances by our own imaginations. If we think positively, everything works positively for liberation. Babaji, the question: can you explain to us more on the importance of auspicious time or place or other conditions in reaching the ultimate truth? And also, how do we convert the atmosphere into a conducive one?
See, there is no such thing as auspicious time, place, or any such thing. The moment you decide you want it, like 50 years ago, I left my home and came to ashram. I was never thinking about any auspicious moment. Moment Swamiji told, yes, you can go. So I just wanted, got the things moving, and just came here. I don't know whether it was a Shraddha day or auspicious moment, inauspicious moment, what it was. But everything turned out to be positively for me. Everything that happened, good, bad, right, wrong, suffering happened, hurt feelings happened, irritations happened, humiliations happened. But we considered everything as auspicious. This is the part of training. When the part of training, a commando doesn't think "Ki this is auspicious or inauspicious." This is the part of training we have to take for sake of quietening the mind. Like that, we take. So there is no such thing that auspicious moment you wait. Oh, today it is not auspicious. I cannot sit for meditation. From childhood, I always wondered, to remember God, do you need somebody else to tell you at time that today it is not proper, you cannot go to temple and you should not go to a monastery, you should not do any puja at all? Whether it is shraddha, death or birth or any such thing. So what prevents us from doing our own puja? Our puja is for our sake. It is our sadhana. Smallest excuse we tell, oh, today there is a Shraddha day, I cannot do puja. Oh, today there is Shraddha, I cannot go to ashram guru's abode. I cannot remember guru, I cannot attend the bhajans or meditations. People tell, I could not come to ashram because the circumstances were like that. A death had happened in the relatives, one of the relatives, so I could not come. There is no such thing. If you wanted to come, you could have come. It is you who did not want to come and you raised an excuse. That's what Swamiji always told. You give an excuse easily. Oh, I need to attend a relative's wedding. I need to attend a relative's Namakaranam, a birthday celebration. Any excuse small. I cannot come today for satsang. It is your choice. I have nothing to mind. I will simply bless. Okay, it's no problem. You go, you cannot come and you go. But if you decide, you can tell, oh, sorry, today I have a Zoom class, I have meditation class, I cannot come for this function. Is it possible? Swamiji used to ask, do you have the guts to tell like that one? Nobody want to tell because relatives will misunderstand. Look at it, today we have such an important function and this person is going for meditation. Swamiji used to make fun of everybody like that one. But which one is the priority that you are going to set? It is up to you. I had set a priority to Saru Swamiji. I had fallen in love with him. So then when the due course of time, when the thing came, we went into tapas also. The tapas was happening all the time because we had surrendered. We had kept quiet. That was all. I needed to come to my guru's abode. After coming here, there was nowhere else that I had to go. No other pilgrimage was there. Only when Swamiji took me by scolding for some purpose, then I had been. Otherwise, I never wanted to go to Badrinath, Kedarnath, Ganga Snan, anywhere else. For others' sake, for Swamiji's sake, for Swamiji's orders only, I have done. But I never had even once in these 50 years that I need to go to Ganga Snan, I need to go to Badrinath. I have come to my Guru's abode. This is my Badrinath. This is Kedarnath. This is Mount Kailash. This is Ganga. My Guru Shiva Balayogi's lotus feet. This ashram is the pilgrimage I needed to come. Once I have come, that is done. No other resort is necessary for me. So this is what. So I cannot think even now. Naturally, that came to me. That is what one needs to adopt. There is no auspicious moment. Never even once to say that, oh, this is not auspicious. I need to go out. There was no such thing. Mentally, always was at the lotus feet of Swamiji. Even if I had to go, it was for the purpose of mission work, Swamiji's mission work only. And all friends, all relatives, any contacts, anything was connected to Swamiji only. Who are not connected to Swamiji, they were never my friends at all. That was how we set a priority. You have to set a priority. It is your choice. So I came to ashram, it was my choice. I loved it, and there was nothing to regret for me. I told my mother, I will not regret whatever comes. Even if I have to die, if I have to suffer, I have to be miserable, I have to get humiliated, no problem. Also, when such things happen, said, this is no problem. Only bless me that not reborn again, to be at your lotus feet as long as this body is there. In 78, I said, no tapas is needed. I want to be with you. And Swamiji said, if you do tapas, you will become egoistic. You may become famous, but you will go away from me. No, that is not priority. My priority is Swamiji, you, your lotus feet. Within this very boundary, if a tapas happens. Otherwise, no need. When it has to happen, it will come on its own. But you serve selflessly and you are doing tapas, Swamiji said. That is it. So that is how we set a priority. It is in our hands, everybody's hands. If I have not yet obtained self-realization, somewhere I have not adopted proper methods, I have not set a priority, I have so many other priorities, so it is taking time. It's no problem. You see, always it is individual's choice. Guru does not impose it. We cannot impose. Okay, you have these priorities, no problem. You attend to them so that it doesn't bother you mentally also. You go there, you attend a wedding, you go to some other function, some other place that is needed. That is no problem. So whenever you have time, you meditate. That's what a guru will tell. So it is for the individual.
Thank you, Babaji. The next question is verse 15. Thus,
Yes.
let the one who is seeking full knowledge of the true self, the Atman, practice discrimination. First, they should approach the Guru, one who is the perfect knower of Brahman and whose compassion is as vast as the ocean. Babaji's comment: discrimination here means applying the wisdom of right thinking. As Vashishta says in his Yoga Vashishta while teaching Lord Rama, if at all the mind needs to think, let that mind think about the soul that is the self. Let the mind think about the real and unreal. Let the mind think about permanent and impermanent things. Let the mind think about the reality and mind's imagination. Generally, people who are educated in this world are used to knowing everything through their intelligence. Right thinking is being aware that the mind can never give the truth as it can give only what it can imagine. When it does not imagine and is permanently once and for all totally silent, that is the truth. Babaji, you mentioned that right thinking is being aware that the mind can never give the truth as it can give only what it can imagine. In this regard, Ramana Maharishi emphasized self-inquiry, constantly questioning the self as a means of self-enlightenment. It is said that Ramana Maharishi even considered himself to be his guru. Does this mean that one can use the mind and its imagination for self-inquiry towards self-realization? And does this also mean that for those who do not have a guru, they are still able to achieve self-realization? Can Babaji please explain further on this?
Yeah, you see, earlier also, you read the verse that I have written in my comment, a verse in Yoga Vasistha, telling if at all the mind needs to have a thought, let it think about Atma Vichar, about the self, about the Atman. Other than that, if there is no thought, if it is quiet, drop all ideas and become quiet. That's it. But if you want to think, try to think about it. See, this self-inquiry, unknown to me, I was doing all the time, even before knowing about Ramana Maharishi or any such thing. Ki if at all I am the Atman, why is that I am not aware of it? Like that, I used to keep thinking, I need to know that one. I need to achieve self-realization. So these things came. So when I read Bhajagovindams, when death happens, None of your worldly powers or health can come to your rescue. Oh, yes, this is inevitable. So, this type of thinking is the application of wisdom. The truth is in front of you. Whatever is truth, all the inevitable things, you need to think. That is the right discrimination. Yes, the body is going to die. Okay, no problem. We don't have to worry all the time. We will live a life. But whenever it happens before that, what is it that I have to achieve? I have to achieve the highest. So I'm looking for peace and happiness. As Ramana himself told, everybody is knowingly or unknowingly looking for happiness and peace. So what is this happiness? We go on imagining in small, small things of this world, comfort zones. So we must imagine the highest. What is the highest happiness? Highest happiness means this criteria came to me. Others may laugh at that age, but I thought if it is there, it must be there all the 24 hours, 12 months. No fluctuation should be there. Like this, I thought that is the application of wisdom and the discrimination that Adi Shankara teaches in his Viveka Chudamani. You think about this one. Self-inquiry means this is the one. So finally, what you need to understand, you do this self-inquiry, this type of inquiries, so that you get motivated, you feel inspired to go for that all the time. See, if there is a bad thing, an alcohol thing or any such body urges are there. So we get involved into 24 hours thinking, thinking. So that inspires the person to go for that. It induces the person to go for such a thing. He will be restless unless he goes and buys an alcohol bottle and drinks it. Then he thinks he will be satisfied. So like this, you keep thinking about the spiritual truth, about birth and death. So the Guru says that we are much more beyond the birth and death of the body. Are we born with this body? Are we going to die with this body? What happens death means? Like that you think, that also you keep thinking. These are all necessary to motivate yourself and to feel inspired. Then finally, to realize you have to quieten your mind, because the mind, as long as it is thinking, it will not give a final answer. It can only inspire. You have to think to inspire. If at all you have to think a high quality. If at all you have to travel in a train, you will travel in first class AC. You have the means and you can do that one. That's how you'll select. If at all you need to travel, you travel by an aeroplane so that quickly you can reach. You won't go by ship month long. Like that, you apply your wisdom and try to select the best things for you. Happiness, it must be there without any effort. I should not depend on something. Somebody needs to bring a piece of chocolate for me, and that person runs to the shop, and I am miserably waiting. Oh, chocolate hasn't come. Without that, how can I be happy? I am unhappy. I am miserable. These things keep happening. And finally, that person forgets to bring the chocolate for me, and he goes away somewhere. Happens in the world when you depend on somebody else for your happiness. It is never guaranteed. No matter, might be a dearest sibling, might be a dearer, beloved one, loved one, anything. You cannot depend for your peace and happiness. So everybody is looking for their own peace and happiness. So that is what the application of wisdom, and then get into the job, what the master said. That's how Ramana Maharshi also said. After that, sit down, close the eyes and observe from where the eye is coming. So that's what I thought. There is a consciousness of existence is there within your mind. Whereas the rest of all the thoughts are imagination. In meditation, you can get rid of them. But this consciousness of existence will always be there. It will not disappear. Based on that, only the sages would have decided that this I is eternal existence, eternal entity. So now slowly you narrow down your concentration onto that consciousness of existence. That's what observe from where the I is arising. So then you get absorbed into it. That's the self-realization will happen. So you have to motivate yourself to go. I need to go to Babaji's retreat. I need to go to Babaji's Zoom. I need to attend Babaji's meditation classes. And then you have to get up, go and do it. Today's technology, it has become so easy. You don't have to catch any bus or any taxi, any cab, nothing. You don't need a car. In your drawing room, wherever you are, you just need a laptop, something. You just need to download the Zoom or Microsoft Teams, whatever that is there. The link is sent and you link yourself. If that also is difficult for you, God help you. That's what Swamiji used to tell finally. So that is the idea of commenting like this.
Thank you, Babaji. Can I go to the next question?
Yes, yes.
The next question is from verse 16. Such a one should be intelligent and learned with deep understanding and able to overcome doubts by the skillful application of reason. The one who has these characteristics is fit for knowledge of the Atman, the true self. Babaji's comment: intelligent means one who is able to think constructive things and apply proper wisdom. They should be really learned. The really learned are always humble and more focused on their sadhana. They shall be more composed. They shall not be confused. A distracted mind gets exposed to too much. Sorry, a distracted mind gets exposed too much to this illusory world, becomes confused, and is unable to apply wisdom because such people become insincere and more egoistic of their status, wealth, false pride, cunningness, and so on. They are always doubtful of the right things. How can such ones get liberated or realize the self? Such people end up getting involved in petty politics, vengeance, and manipulation. By habit, such people will even tell lies to the Guru. Sincerity is so important. Those who are not sincere do not take the Guru's teaching seriously at all. Babaji, the question: can one gain this kind of intelligence through meditation alone, or are there other factors like reading, studying, observing to gain such intelligence?
Yeah, definitely the intelligence can come by reading the right type of book, by being in the right type of company, a guru who can talk, who can teach about this, and using one's own wisdom also is necessary. If that wisdom is not possible to use, at least try to read some of the books like Vivek Chudamani, Ashtavakra Samhita, any such books that talks about these truths. Adi Shankara talks about these truths. Ashtavakra talks about these truths only. These are available surrounding to us. In our day-to-day life, it is available. A birth and death, an impermanence, and this and such things are always there. Like I have always told, you think that one ice cream is giving you happiness, and you go on eating. Oh, I need to have happiness all the 24 hours. 24 hours you keep eating, you cannot. The same happiness which you thought is giving happiness will give you unhappiness if you try to do like that one. Everything means everything of this world has limitations because it itself is impermanent. It does not hold any power to give you a permanent happiness. Then what is it? Like that, you have to discriminate. Watch, it is in front of you. Every day it is in front of you. Somebody else need not tell you. If that is what the application of wisdom, Viveka, Chudamani, the crest jewel of discrimination, English translation of the book title that it is. That's what Viveka Adi Shankara talking about this. From time to time, these gurus have come. They always have done. But what we want easy peanuts. quickly like this. If the Guru can keep his hand on my head and I become self-realized. They don't know what self-realization means. Your mind has to become quiet, man. Understand this. If I hit you 10 times, it won't become quiet. You have to become quiet. That's why Swamiji used to tell you, go and buy a pair of shoes and hit it on your head. You will get Atma Sakshatkara. That meant you have to lose ego. That ego is there, you see. As a guru, we tell, let go things, forget about it. Let everybody come, go and invite, open up, smile at others. No, the ego troubles. No, we cannot go and invite. We will just send this one. We will handle like this. We want them to. They keep arguing with the Guru also. What to do? Swami just tell by all of you live peacefully. They said, no, I cannot do this one. I won't do this one. I will not be doing. I want to do this. I won't meditate. If I do like this, is it okay? They want the easy one. I don't want to work. Can I still get $1 million for me? I don't want to cook anything. Still, can I get a beautiful food? I want to work only in a comfort zone I choose. Otherwise, I don't want to work. Is it all right? Then the Guru folds hands finally. Okay, whatever you want to do, you do. Whatever I have to tell, I have told. Now it is up to you. You do it. And whenever you want to do, you do it. Some people ask, what is wrong if I want to come back to the one? Nothing wrong. If you think that is the right choice, you can come. 100 times, 100,000 times you can come back. Who told you not to come? If you are not happy, then tell me. I'm talking about happiness only. I'm not talking whether you have to come back to world or not come back to world, again reborn or not to be reborn. It's your choice. God has not told you you are being reborn again and again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. You are doing that. Already you are doing. Has God objected to this? He has not said anything. Your karma has objections. It doesn't allow you to live peacefully. Every time you want to be happy all the time. Have you thought ki what makes you not to have happiness? Your imagination is, if I get this property, I'll be happy. Otherwise, I'm not happy. But what is it that can give you happiness finally? So this is how one has to think, discriminating. What you want is your choice. Finally, you have to think, learn to think properly. Otherwise, at least you listen to somebody who is talking the right things. That's what when we read Adi Shankara, Ramana Maharishi, this indeed makes sense. This definitely makes sense. This Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, it makes so much of sense, really. This is what is happening all the time. We are looking for happiness. Nobody wants unhappiness. But have you thought, you go to market, you would like to look for the best products. 10 shops, you are ready to go. You are ready to spend 10 hours, whole day you are ready to spend just to buy one small piece of cloth. You want to have a best product so that you can go. I could buy the best product in that shop. It is available. Oh, you did not see. Oh, you are a fool. You bought somewhere else. You should have bought from where I also bought. We are ready to talk about these things. But about happiness, I met the Guru. I saw the happiness there. I met Shiva Balayogi. I saw my happiness there. All the time the happiness was there. I don't know whether anybody else was happy or not. I have been happy 50 years, 60 years. I am happy. All the time we are happy. If in the Swamiji's ashram, I am very happy. Anywhere else, I am miserable. I'm unhappy. That is the nature. The mind adopted that one.
Thank you, Babaji. Next question. Babaji, there are many intelligent individuals around the world, like world-renowned scientists, doctors, engineers, that have contributed to the growth and evolution of mankind from the beginning till the present. Are these intelligent individuals a part of the divine's plan to assist mankind? If so, Babaji, some lack the spiritual growth and sincerity in them and are more focused on their status, wealth, or even their own achievements. Does this mean that they are intelligent but simply lack the spiritual wisdom in them? How do we strive to be intelligent but at the same time remain grounded to our Guru's teaching?
Definitely, it is appreciable. In any field, there have had been genius people, very intelligent people. Then the purpose. In olden days, some of the great scientists, they were came to be known as giants of science. They worked for the society, for welfare of humanity only they worked. They experimented on their own children. Edward Jenner, who discovered the smallpox thing inoculation, he tested it on his own son, whether it will work or not. Did sacrifice so long beautifully, and they worked it for the welfare of the world, humanity only. It is also there. The purpose is very important always. That's why I tell nowadays, still we are advancing. So much of knowledge is coming, but that knowledge itself is not enough. We need wisdom. That is where we lack wisdom because we have forgotten spirituality. I tell, all should go together. Whether it is all in the nature, we call it either spirituality, science, technology, different items. We have named it for sake of our own understanding, our own communications. We have done so. But whether humans are sincere. You see, today human beings are so intelligent, they have obtained such weapons, they can break the earth into two pieces probably. But where is that going? Does anybody has the wisdom to sit down in United Nations, talk to each other and end the war? No, they are threatening each other, threatening. Every day the news is coming like the serpent and the mongoose person. These two are going to fight. Don't know which one will eat, which will win, get dying, and they earn money with that one like that. Today, who is anybody is going to use a nuclear weapon? Is he simply threatening? He is ready. If you cross the border, we are going to use it. This is a strict warning. These things are all going. And elsewhere, humanity, innocent people might be worried. What's going to happen now, tomorrow? What happens if the nuclear war is going to happen? What happens if one loses intelligence, one loses the patience and presses the button? Like this, humanity, if two people or two countries are fighting, so many other countries are also involved, and so many other innocent societies are worried. It can affect everybody in the world. That means where the intelligence is going, that needs to be. That's why, along with the intelligence, we need wisdom. That wisdom comes when you have proper character, culture, all these things. If you have proper character and culture, you will realize 50 years, even if I am alive another 50 years, my mind will not think this as my property. This is my guru's property. I'm only a caretaker here. The moment I come to Dehradun, I sit down to working. Whether I have to work in the accounts, whether I have to go to kitchen myself, do a cup of tea. I don't have any ego. I have become a yogi. I cannot do a cup of tea. There is no such thing. I have that awareness. This is my Guru Shiva Bala Yogi's property. Some other dear devotee donated this property to my Guru, but my Guru's greatness, you see, he did not keep it for himself personally. He vested this in a trust so that public can come and sit and do meditation. He himself was moving around with a lion cloth. Today he was here, tomorrow he was another place, he was another place. He went to a Maharaja's palace also. He went to a thatched hut of a poor devotee to bless them also. He had no such discrimination here. His discrimination was, his wisdom was, Bless all people. Be compassionate to all people. He never thought ki, this property is mine. But see, some devotees start thinking, we are staying here and this is ours now. We are going to take away this property. They forget this is Guru, that point is forgotten. This is Guru's property, that point is forgotten. This is Guru who has established a trust and put this property into that is forgotten. So that is what happens when if you don't have a proper culture, character, you look for your own comfort zone, but you have knowledge, you have political power, you have money power, you are considered a big shot, all these things are there. I'm giving an example for educational purpose. I'm not accusing any single person or group of people in any way, please. I want to issue disclaimer always. People should not misunderstand. Okay, when this happens, this is it. So this suits this example. You see, the wisdom is also necessary along with knowledge. It is spirituality which can give you that wisdom of character. Be away. I always tell when we were 20-year-old, if I was talking to a person of 50 or 60-year-old, we were always aware of with this thought, this person is like my father. He may have children of my age or elder than this. I need to be respectable in talking to this person. But today's younger generation don't have that discrimination at all. That wisdom is not there. They talk bluntly. No, you don't know all these things. You keep quiet, old man. That's it. We have seen in the society in front of our eyes. So that's the wisdom has gone. The discriminatory power is gone. So that is what spirituality can give you. You have to meditate also. Be in the company of a guru who can teach you all these things. Then you become a scientist, you become an engineer, you become a police, no problem. You can become anything. You can be a genius. But if you lose the vital character and culture, then it will be useless. Can we imagine the Mahabharata war when we see the rules and regulations, and slowly as the 18 days of war was passing through, those rules were broken by one party, and the other also had to indulge. So this was being broken. Means this was thousands of years ago. For today's people, it could be a laughing stock. It was like have a morning breakfast and then come to fight the war. When the conch was being blown, then you start. It's just like starting a race. The pistol or revolver, it is shot, top, then they start running. Like that, the conch is blown and they start fighting. The rule and law, they adopted such. That is the dharma. But today, do anybody has any such dharma in humanity? When two countries are fight, it becomes free for all. One tells this, another tells. Every day we see the news. You don't know. Tomorrow an intercontinental ballistic missile has been shot as a strict warning. The news says. Tomorrow, if it carries a nuclear warhead, what happens? Everybody is worried. The question mark is put by news media. They want to have their own field day. So where is the wisdom? Why is this wisdom is not there? In spite of they are all educated, they have become police, they have become engineers, they have become politicians, they have become scientists. Everywhere it is there. The wisdom was there in olden days for scientists. As the scientists had the wisdom, our own sages also had that wisdom. That's why they gave such rules and regulations for the society to adopt in Vedas and Upanishads. Upanishads gave the knowledge of the self. In Vedas, it gave how to live a beautiful life of culture and character. Then the world was happy. The society would have been happy. Today, if four people start doing a certain wrong thing, and then they start demanding this should be legalized and this should be accepted as illegal, this is the order of the day. Those who do not accept are fools, idiots. They don't know how to live. They are not wise people at all. So this is the order of the day. Every other day, this is all becoming one day, you never know. Criminals might tell that robbery should be recognized as a legal entity because more people are thieves now, majority of them. Never know what this humanity is going to demand, free for all. So that is that discrimination. We are talking of wisdom, discrimination. It comes from the Guru. The elders used to teach us. Our teachers taught us dharma in Panchatantra, in beautiful stories that came out. In those days, they all spoke about the character and culture of a person's behavior in the society. But today's children go for video games only in the mobile. They keep close to the eyes and it is scary. They might lose their eyesight from the age of 2, from the age of 3, as soon as they are born. And their elders also download the video games and give it to them so that they get some time to relax if the child is playing. Otherwise, the child will trouble us. But our mothers never felt anything. They never felt us as a load, as a headache, any such thing. They sang for us when we were sleeping. They sang beautiful bhajans. They told beautiful stories during food time, dinner time. My mother used to tell beautiful stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata, and ego, how God removed such egos, these type of stories. The next generation we saw, they themselves don't know what will they tell to their children. So we are talking of wisdom, discrimination. This has to come. If you are intelligent, the discrimination will come to you. Is it right that what we are doing? Go to next question. There's never ending if you go on talking, I think.
The next is verse 17 of chapter 4, still on eligibility of the disciple. That one alone is qualified to seek liberation, who has discrimination, whose mind has turned away from the unreal things of the world, who possesses tranquility and the other kindred virtues of longs for liberation for the illusion of worldliness. The really wise shall not waste their energies in petty politics and quarrels of this world. They shall not indulge in wasting their mental energies, but conserve them for sadhana. Their efforts would always be to keep the attention on the self that is reality. They do not seek false pride, do not feel humiliated, and do not indulge in arrogant arguments. They are wise, for they shall not indulge in sensory pleasure attachments. They are wise, for they shall not indulge in destructive activities like cheating, boasting, and petty politics. They are wise, for they pay total attention to the Guru's teaching and adopt them to do sadhana. They are wise, for they shall not waste their mental energies in telling petty lies. Such ones only can apply right wisdom and keep their minds quietly absorbed in sadhana. Gurudev used to tell, "Come to me as a devotee and disciple. Forget that you are a business person. Forget that you are royal and rich. Forget that you are an officer and powerful. Then you shall be benefited, for you would be able to pay attention to my teachings. They are wise, for they shall not feel insecure and shall not behave like animals with greed, anger, false pride, and jealousy. They can become fit for liberation. They are wise, for they shall surrender at the lotus feet of the Guru and learn everything that the Guru wants to teach. They are wise, for they shall not be excitable and impatient. They shall be composed, kind, and forgiving. They are wise, for they shall be longing for liberation." Babaji, the question, does this mean that with constant meditation, the mind will slowly recede and will start detaching itself from these worldly illusions, and only when we start longing for liberation, we are on the right path of spirituality?
Yeah, it's a very nice topic. First thing, I would give a disclaimer that everybody need to understand we are talking about the mind, not the body's life. Withdrawing means the mind needs to become quiet. So when you practice meditation, for this, you need to adopt such methods. A couple of things. One important thing I would like to remember when I came here, apart from Swamiji, two instructions he gave: look after the ashram carefully. This was in 1974. And then he also said, careful, do not get involved with anyone. I was thinking all the way, what did Swamiji mean by telling don't get involved? Then I started thinking maybe both ways he is alerting or warning. Either way, like I should not become too close friend to anybody and get sucked into the world if they are worldly people. They might like to drag me also. Oh, let us go and have this resort. Let us go for this movie. Let us go for this. They might drag me also. That's what Swamiji is alerting. Don't become too friendly with anyone who comes to ashram. Talk nicely, smilingly, be friendly, be compassionate, but don't forget that you belong to Swamiji and you belong to this trust, ashram. You have to work for this ashram. This is your duty. Meditating is your duty. Evening, if you need to sing 1 hour bhajan is your duty. 1 hour darshan is your duty. So these are very dear are always. So we used to become restless even if I had to go anywhere else. So in this Dehradun town, because evening we needed to be here, 1 hour meditating, 1 hour bhajans regularly. Even if anybody was there in the hall, anybody was with me or not, I used to take the dolak, play the dolak, go on singing as a service to the master. Also, in a negative way also, don't get irritated for small things. Don't keep shouting at people. Don't go into fights with people unnecessarily. Forget about it. As long as it is not a total danger to the mission or ashram Swamiji's property itself, if it is, they are accusing you, then you can let go, forget about it. Because there is a more vital thing. We need to do meditation. At that time, we cannot afford to be arguing with somebody, shouting at somebody unnecessary. Forget about it. So this is what I learned. So many people even were wondering, they used to think, why do you keep quiet? Why do you answer them? Why don't you shout at them? Why don't you tell them? At least do some hissing noise. I didn't know what to do. I used to be at peace as long as they were not going to harm me physically or to the ashram of my guru. It was okay if they talk nonsense. There's so many people, they come and talk nonsense and then go away. They give big lectures and then go away. There are like that. Even today also, they don't come to learn from me. They try to come and teach me what to do. Why don't you wear this type of dress? Why don't you do like this one? Why don't you do this? That time, we don't get involved anyway. 50 years since younger days, that's been my nature. Just be silent and go into meditation. That is more vital. Because that is how 50 years maximum I would have spent serving Swamiji. That means serving Swamiji means not only physically, keeping the mind quiet to his lotus feet. Let this service reach my master's lotus feet. What type of work I have to do, I am doing. It never mattered for me. That is one thing. I've been friendly with everyone. I smile. I be compassionate. More than necessary. We don't get involved too much to go into the world. They should come to the spiritual life if they need to be friendly with us. They should follow the mission duties. They should be helpful in the mission duties. Then they are welcome. They should not try to drag me to the worldly things unnecessarily. Then such friends, we have kept them away. They were friends before also. Before my tapas 40 years ago, they used to come, youngsters. Sometimes they used to sit and do bhajan. Even today, also, after I have become, they don't want to meditate. They don't want to discuss anything spiritually. Occasionally, if they come, they wanted to gossip, stupid gossip. I cannot do that when I remain silent. I remain in my thing, and they get bored, and then they go away. Oh, Babaji has become very arrogant and ego. He doesn't talk to us like before. He thinks he has become a big yogi. He remains silent. Of course, I am silent. If you want to talk about God, I am talking. For 1 hour, I've been talking to you all because these spiritual questions have been asked to me. I am ready to talk. If the same thing, if somebody tells Ki Babaji, should I get married or not married? That is not my question. What should I do? Should I look for a girl or not? That is not my question. That is not where I can guide. It's your choice. You want to get married, you get married. You want to go after a girl, you go after a girl. It's your choice. If you want to meditate, then tell me. I can teach you meditation. I can pray for you. I can bless you. So that is important not to get involved. You are wasting the vital time. So many human beings, if you closely watch, they are wasting their time by adopting so many unwanted things. Of course, there are responsibilities. If you are a householder, for example, if you need to earn a livelihood, you have to work. These things one can understand. These are responsibilities. You have to take care of your home. You have to take care of your job. All these things are there. At the same time, you can take out some time. That's what Swamiji said. You have 24 hours. You just take out 1 hour and sit for meditation. Other 23 hours is not that enough for you. If you have to read and appear for an examination, you have 23 hours. If you need to work and earn a livelihood, you have 23 hours. You adopt. If the company is giving you ₹1 million or ₹2 million or ₹3 million per annum, you are ready to sit for 12 hours in front of computer and listen to their command because they are giving you money. They will squeeze out work also from you. The same way, this is giving happiness, which the money cannot give. So take out 1 hour and sit for meditation every day, not just whenever a Thursday meditation happens, then we can go. All the other days, if they are not doing oh well and good, we can go somewhere else for recreation. No, sit at that time, even if we don't do a Zoom class or this Microsoft Teams class on Thursday, Sunday, or Saturday, you sit down and meditate at least. Then every day you meditate for 1 hour in the evening, one time at least. If you have understood the technique, then the mind becomes quiet. Don't go into such imaginations by reading here and there and listening to so many pseudo gurus. This thing is rising, this sound is coming, this color is happening. Am I realized or not realized? When you don't know you are realized, what do I can say when you don't know what realization means? You want me to endorse that, oh, you are realized in front of 100 people. Oh, he's a realized person. And they become more egoistic. Yes, I am realized. I'm a special disciple of the master. All these things are waste of energy. Just go on meditating, becoming quiet and quiet and quiet. You just become quiet. But till this day, I don't have it in my mind that I am a realized soul. Others only keep telling, they keep advertising, they keep posting in the website, is a realized master. I myself don't know what that realization means. Simply what I know is I am quiet. I am in peace, in the awareness of the self. But if this makes any sense for you all, you also try to be. So that is what we need to understand of utilizing the time is very important, not to waste our energies. If you sit down and coolly contemplate, your needs will be very little. Actually, what you have to adopt in the society that you need to work could be very little. but you would have adopted so many other things as important and vital. See, at the age of 3, for that child, that video game is so important, so precious. It's not even God is interesting. If God comes and tells the child, oh, come on, I have come to give you darshan, stop this video game. No, that won't listen. It will say, God, get out. I don't need you. I want this video game, because it doesn't know anything higher than that. It doesn't know the value of divinity. There are others who will tell, has God come? Can he give me a gold ring like this? That is all God for them. That is the purpose, that God has to come you to give a gold ring, idiot. Swamiji used to scold them. You need to understand what God means. If God comes means, what does it mean? So like this, you have to understand the value of time, where you are wasting unnecessarily, or if you might be simply wasting chit-chatting and gossiping. No, do something that is useful the whole day. That's what we try to teach. Either you keep yourself busy working somewhere, or you try to keep quiet mentally. That's what I do even today. Either I am meditating, or I keep quiet, or I keep myself busy working. I am busy working somewhere useful to the ashram. It might be an accounts work. It might be a WhatsApp quote sending. I also keep the mobile phone. Some people who don't understand what I am doing with the WhatsApp, they also think, oh, is Babaji also playing the video game? A person commented, I told, idiot, I don't play video game. I'm sending some quotes for today. I'm sending Zoom meditation link today to the broadcast list. Some people have requested me to pray for them. I am praying for them. I console them. I am compassionate to them. These are the work I do. It is the same cell phone, same WhatsApp. What you do with the video game, what Babaji do with the WhatsApp, is it not thousands and thousands and thousands of life cycles difference in culture, in character? I cannot gossip. Occasionally, I might take up the phone to tell what they want to convey. I just tell, okay, I will pray for you. Don't worry. My blessings are there. I am always with you. More than that, I cannot gossip even for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know what the subject. I'll become silent. That is a culture we have been brought up. I feel lucky I was born 70 years old, my God, never to be reborn. You can humiliate me. Everybody can blame me, curse me, do anything, but no rebirth, my Lord. That's what we always prayed. The vital, the highest peace should be there all the time. So like that, you have to understand by discriminating in which way you are spending your whole day. You need, your body needs rest, take rest. But Bhagavad Gita talks, those who sleep too much also cannot do yoga. Those who don't sleep also cannot do yoga. Those who eat too much also cannot do yoga. Those who you don't eat at all also cannot do yoga. Whatever that is necessary to sustain your physical body, you do it. You need to earn your livelihood. If you yourself is earning, then you will understand the value of that money. If you are not earning, if you are simply getting it in inheritance and you can sit and eat, you will never understand that value. So we understand the value, that value understanding. The time also, with great difficulty we get time. So we understand the value of that time. When you have lost peace, whole day you have lost peace, whole year you don't have peace, then you understand the value of peace. Otherwise, if it comes very lightly, you take it lightly. If you are unable to see God or your Guru Every day in your drawing room, if the Guru comes and sits for a cup of coffee, then you lose respect to the Guru. You take him lightly. Ah, the Guru is sitting here under the tree in my drawing room. Anytime I want, I can see him. He should be sitting all the time. When it is convenient for them, they come for darshan. If we tell them a time, we set a time, at that time they say, "Okay, no, I cannot come at that time, I'm very busy. If Babaji can come and give me darshan, I will just do a pranam and then go away." They demand. How can they understand the value of the Guru? If they don't get to see at other places for 3 years, I haven't been, means they have that earning. Oh, Baba, you please come to our place. You haven't come for 3 years. I'm sitting here. People in the town may not understand that value. Babaji is sitting there. He'll be there for another month. We can see him whenever we get time. That's no problem. So understanding the value is what I'm trying to talk and teach you all. Understanding the value, when you lose it, you understand the value. When Swamiji was physically there, it was like God who lived with us. Every time he used to come only for 2-3 months in a year. So we understood the value. Mahabharata serial was coming. Swamiji was there. He was eating his breakfast. He told, I can stop the breakfast eating and have it afterwards. If you all want to go and see Mahabharata, you go. I didn't go. Swamiji, you don't come every day. Mahabharata recording we can always see afterwards. It's not important more than you. It is important, but not more than you. You have come here. I would like to serve you a breakfast and then see. And simply Swamiji had a small smile and then started eating. That is how the wisdom needs to work. What is more important? What is the vital thing? 70 years, Babaji is here in front of you all, sits with you for meditation. Don't give excuses. Meditate every day. Suddenly one day Babaji has dropped his body, attained Mahasamadhi. If it comes, done. You will get to see me only in photos or idols in your mind. This physical body is a bonus, still available, still talks, still answers your question. Do you understand the value? For everybody, for educational purpose, we need to understand the value.
Thank you, Babaji.
This question was very nice and it went on flow. Suddenly we realized I have spoken 20 minutes stupid like for this question. I hope it has been useful to you all. And the questions were all very nicely selected from Vivek Chudamani. Such a wonderful book for you to discriminate, for you to understand, for you to think and utilize your time. I fully understand you all need to live in this world. You all need to earn your livelihood. You all need to fulfill responsibilities. In the midst, you need to take out time and fulfill the responsibility to meditate also. I'm not asking you to give up everything else and meditate. Keep whatever is necessary. Keep those in your life. You need to earn money. You do that one. But you need to meditate also. Don't forget that. All my love and blessings. It has been so wonderful. I'll just come to gallery.